Hello viewers, and welcome to today's quest. We have Song of the Elves. Finally, Prif has arrived in OSRS. I can start this quest by talking to Edmund at his home north of the Flying Horse Inn in East Ardoyne. This quest has the following requirements. Morning's End Part 2, Making History. So you're going to need 70 in all of these. Agility, Construction, Farming, Herblore, Hunter, Mining, Smithing, and Woodcutting. So let's start off with wearing our graceful outfit, if you have it, or boots of lightness. You're also going to need a bucket load of items. So items you're going to need is going to be steel full helm, steel plate body, steel plate legs, red dye, purple dye, full mourner gear. So that means gas mask, mourner top, mourner trousers, mourner boots, mourner gloves, and mourner cloak. Check your player-owned house if they're not in your bank, and if they're not there either, the mourners in the basement of the HQ are preferred as they do not drop your stats. Silk, a runite bar, 8 limestone bricks, a tinderbox, a rope, nature rune, flowers, adamant chain body, wine of Zamorak, or a Zamorak brew, cabbage, black knife or a black dagger, cadentine seed, seed dibber, vial of water, pestle and mortar, a woodcutting axe, hammer, saw, and pickaxe. Also suggestible to have a games necklace for teleporting to the Backstorian Falls, the weight reducing clothing that I had mentioned. Several Iorwerth camp teleports may please be noted. Shortly after you begin the quest, everything there becomes hostile to you, so please plan accordingly, and the archers can get you even after you've crossed the log balance. Also, stamina potions and energy potions for some of it, as there's going to be quite a large amount of running around. Bring teleports around to both West and East Ardoyne, just to make running around a little bit easier, as well as your small crystal teleport seed to Letya. You will want to bring some high healing food and some Saradomin brews, as well as super restorers, especially for the final boss. One of the fights is resistant to magic while another is weak, so don't blast through just with one combat style. The final boss is only weakness is magic, and I highly recommend either using Blood Blitz or Blood Barrage on her. And you're going to want to have 45 or higher is preferred, so we can Mystic Might as well as use Protection Prayers at the same time. So want good mage gear and decent gear in another style. You also want Summer Pies for the light puzzle. And you will want a method to get to Zalandra, whether or not it's a teleport scroll or using the fairy ring code BJS, only if you have 76 agility to cross the stepping stones. You're going to have to kill a bunch of mourners ranging from levels 24 to 106, so you don't have to worry about having your stats reduced there, but there is a boss that will reduce your stats. You're also going to fight several paladins, level 49 and 118, Knights of Ardoyne, level 2753, as well as Arwen, some high-level elf warriors and rangers, as well as Isilt, and of course the Fragment of Saren. But to start off with, we're going to want to bring our steel full helm, steel plate body, plate legs, red dye, purple dye, and silk. I'm also going to be bringing the mourner set and the tinderbox for the next part afterwards, and stamina potions and my graceful outfit. Also some East and West Ardoyne teleports if you want to shave off a few seconds. So now we're going to speak to Edmund, choosing chat option number 1. Yes. Now we're going to go head over to King Lathis. So he's just south in the castle, on the first floor. Head back to Edmund, choosing chat option 2. How do I get this disguise? So what you're going to want to do is use the red dye on the steel full helm. Now speak with his wife, Elrena, wandering around in the house. Choose chat options 1. Yes. Use the tabard on the steel plate body. And speak with Edmund again. Wear these 3 items, and we're going to go head down to Ardoin Castle again. On the ground floor, there will be stairs going down. We're going to want to go down those. Hey, what do you know? Look, there's Elena. So let's go speak with Elena. She is in the northernmost cell. Now we're going to want to go to Elena's house. It's just east of Edmund's house. If, like me, you re-equip your graceful outfit to get more run, remember when you go to speak with Elena again that you re-equip your Ardoin stuff. Now there's going to be a cabinet right here when you enter. You're going to want to search it, choosing chat option 3. The thick, clear liquid. Now return to Elena. Choose chat option 1. Yes. Now let's go speak to Edmund. Now we're going to want to go to West Ardoin. There's going to be a house on the north part of the town, just west of the Mourner headquarters. You're going to want to go in and speak with Martha. Search the bed, choosing chat option 1. So that's the eastern bed, and climb through it. Choose chat options 1, 2, and 1. Couldn't just leave you to rot, I care about you. It's not good, but it might be our only option. I am. So, you want to speak to Carla, Kilron, and Jethic? So we're going to go back to Ardoin, specifically the market. When you get to the market, make sure that you equip your fake Ardoin stuff, Ardoin Knight stuff. Okay, equip your stuff. And when you talk to all the people, the market stall people, you are going to want to choose chat option 2 for all of them. So let's start with the first baker. By the way, you need to talk to both bakers, so talk. Pretty much, well, every chat option until we enter West Ardy is going to be about taxes. Now in the southwest house, speak to Zanesha, choosing chat option 2 as well. Then we're going to head west to the estate agent, speaking chat option 3 with him. Everyone loves more taxes. Then we have Probita to the west. She is the last one for chat option 3. Now it's back to chat option 2 for everyone else we talk to in East Ardoin. Speak with either Amad or Corton, doesn't matter which one, so long as it's one of them, not both. Go north, speak to the priest, tell him about the taxes. Talk to Dr. Orban. He has no chat options. We're going to want to go to the inn just south of Edmund's house and speak to the bartender, choosing chat option 2, telling him about the taxes too. think we've pissed off enough people. We're going to switch to our full mourner gear and go into West Ardoin. Head to the church to the west, and you're going to want to speak to the priest. Now we're going to want to use our tinderbox on the grain sacks, because nothing like taxing him and then trying to burn his place down. Now in the town hall, that's that large building just to the north, there's going to be grain sacks there. Ground floor in the west room. We're going to want to set those on fire too, because this is how we watch the world burn. Okay, now we're going to want to head south and find Nurse Sarah. Should be south of the church. Okay, now we're going to go to the west part of the town, and we need to find Chadwell, choosing chat option 2 when we speak with him. He is going to be all the way to the southwest. He runs the general store. And now light his grain sacks on fire, because we need to get our point across. Okay, now we need to go return and speak to Elena. And we can re-equip our I want to keep my run energy clothes. So if you forgot how to get to Elena, just in the northern house, just west of the Mourner HQ, and you search the bed. Doesn't matter what chat options you use until you get to the last one when it asks if you're ready. If you are ready, that means you have all your combat gear and are ready to do the fights. If not, like me, I'm going to select no, then I'm going to go bank. Some things you're going to want to bring is prayer potions, because pretty much, well, if you bring prayer potions, you're not going to have to worry about any damage, really. So just bring some combat gear, prayer potions, you'll be fine. Okay, here I'm going to choose I'm not ready, and then I'm going to go to the bank and get ready. As usual, I'm going to over-prepare because we have 2 consecutive battles. We have the battle for West Ardy and the battle for East Ardy. Bring enough prayer potions, we'll be protecting from melee, and that will negate any damage that we might sustain. Most of the fights in this quest are instants, so only bring what you are willing to lose if you die. Okay, I'm choosing my strongest one, which is magic. For this first one, it doesn't matter what style you use. Magic and range are usually preferred anyway. And I got some prayer potions, since pray for melee is going to protect us from most of the damage. So I have no idea why the heck I brought that much food. Yeah, let's get rid of some of the food. There you go, okay. And I'm also bringing stamina potions for a little bit of running that we have to do. Let's head back to Elena in West Ardoyne. When we talk to her this time, we want to choose I'm ready. And let's get the first fight started. Now before we start this, I'm going to say that in case you need to leave, there are some barricades to the south that you will be able to leave through. But if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm going to speed up parts of the next two battles up because it's kind of long, boring, and I don't think you really want to watch me mundanely kill things over and over for 10 minutes. That and damage can be different for everyone anyway. Kill everything. And if you need to leave, the barricade to click is just right there. When everyone outside is dead, go inside and continue to kill everyone. Go downstairs and keep killing everything. Now we get to, you can choose that if you need to prepare, you want to replenish your stocks, you can go do that. If you brought enough prayer potions, you should be fine. So when you're ready, choose chat option 1, I'm ready, and now we get to kill Knights of Ardoin and Paladins. Round 2. Once again, kill everything. You're also gonna have to go upstairs in the castle and kill everything there too. Speak to King Lathis, choosing chat option 4. Let's get rid of this cuck. We're done here. Take him away. We're going to want to head upstairs, use the ladder to the north, go to the southwest and speak to, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, Yiskawan? I don't know. Okay, head back downstairs. Feel free to pray at the altar here to get your prayer back up after that fight. When we go downstairs, we're going to want to go to the southwest of the camp. There's a pond. Well, within Letya, there's a pond. And we're going to find Elena there and we're going to want to speak to her, choosing chat option 1 for all of the options. It is. I'm here for you if you need me, though. Go ahead. Care about helping people? Of course. Go return to Arwen, speak with him. Speak with Arwen after the meeting. Okay, now we have to prepare to go to the waterfall dungeon. So we're going to go to the bank. We're going to get rope, flowers, cabbage, wine of Zamorak, Zamorak brew will work too. Nature rune, adamant chain body, black knife, or a black dagger. So I'm getting stuff for the next 2 parts. So on top of the stuff that I mentioned previously, I'm also getting a cadentine seed, a seed dibber, hammer, runite bar, pickaxe, pestilent mortar, and vial of water. Make sure it is a pickaxe that you can use, by the way. I'm also going to be bringing a games necklace in order to get to the waterfall dungeon, and a teleport crystal to get back to Letya. I'm also bringing some stamina potions and weight reducing gear. I'm also bringing a few monkfish because, as I remember, there are some baddies that like to try and hurt you in the dungeon. Let's head off to the waterfall dungeon. So, Barbarian Outpost, we're going to run south. And we're going to go across the bridge. So let's cut through the first house on the west that we come across. So let's board the log raft. Now do not go all the way, or else you're going to be swept downstream. You want to just go enough that you can use your rope on the rock right here, on the little island just south of you. And then use your rope on the dead tree. Now go through the door just to the north. Go to the eastern room. Search the crates for a key. Go to the western room and through the 2 doors. Where's the Arwen? We're going to choose chat option 3 when we speak to him. I'll crack on. You read the book. The nature rune is number 1. The flower is number 2. Your black knife or dagger is number 3. Wine of Zamorak, a Zamorak brew, is number 4. Adamant chain body is number 5. And your cabbage is number 6. So I'm going to arrange mine to match that. Now the items that you have to put on each of the pillars are going to be different for everyone, but the general premise on how to figure it out is the same. And it helps to order your items according to what number they are. So the southwest pillar will say what number it is. You want to place that item on it. The northwest pillar will say what item it is next to, so you want to place that item on the west pillar. The northeast pillar will say what it is opposite of, so you want to place that item on the northwest pillar. The east pillar will say what number it is not next to, and that is the item you want to place on the pillar. The southeast pillar will say what it isn't, so you want to place the other item on the pillar. And the final item that you have left will be placed on the northeast pillar. If you did it wrong, the room will fill into a whirlpool and you'll be swept away downstream and have to come back with all new items. If you did it right, you'll get a cutscene. We're gonna head back to Letya, speak to Arwen. Head back to the pond, and we're going to want to speak with Elena. Choosing chat option 2. Now's not the time. So right next to here is a farming patch. You want to plant the Cadantine scene in there. Go back to the main building and you will find Baxtorian. You want to choose chat options 1 and 1, and this will give you a crystal seed and tell you where to find 2 of the elves. How can I find Amlod? How about Tren? Now, just south of the archery shop, we're gonna find Elund. So you want to speak to Elune, choose chat option 1. I have a seed from Baxtorian that I think needs enchanting. You want to rub this crystal seed. And you'll have a chat with the mysterious figure. Doesn't really matter what you choose. Peaceful? So now we want to travel north. We have to go through the forest though, because we want to get to the Well of Voyage, the end of the underground pass. If you're worried about being poisoned from the traps in the forest, bring an anti-poison with you. So head north, past this tree here. Go west over the tripwire. Head west through the dense forest. And then north, we're going to jump some leaves. Now go east. Until we get to the cave entrance. And you want to enter that. Now on the south wall, we're going to find a crevice. Use your pickaxe on it. Go through. Now we'll see an elderly elf. Use your runite bar on her. Let's go back to Letya. Speak with Backstorian. Choose chat option 2. I'll go talk to her. By now our things should be grown, so we need to speak with Elena and get our Elder Cantadine. Let's go speak to Arwen to get a crystal, because we can't have enough crystals in this game. Use the pestle and mortar on the crystal. Use the Elder Cantadine on the vial of water. Follow it up by our dust. Speak with Arwen. We want to get all ready. This is going to be a lot of running. This is light puzzles, light puzzles, light puzzles. Guess what? Light puzzles. So I'm going to want to bring more stamina potions. And if you haven't already, weight reducing clothing. You shouldn't have to bring any more than 4 summer pies. Just ignore what I did. I was just over preparing. As well as weight reducing clothing. You're also going to want to keep a few inventory spaces free and bring your crystal teleport in order to get back to Letya. But when you're ready to start the mirror puzzle, speak to Amlod. Can you tell how thrilled I am? I'm having Morning's End Part 2 flashbacks right now. Yay. So choose chat option 1, yes. Do I have to? Yeah. May it please be noted that I did this on release date and there was some lag issues within this. Probably by the time you guys do this, they will have fixed that, so please excuse that in this guide. Go north to the first intersection, and you want to head west. Next time you get a choice, you want to head north. What sucks is that when I did this, there was no map for this library. They were planning on adding it. Hopefully by the time you viewer do this, there will be one for you. And then you want to head east. Now where the red beam is pointing is the Seal of the Forgotten. You want to touch that. Now, as we're on our way to finish the first puzzle, it may be noted that every time you touch a seal after finishing a puzzle, you will be offered to be teleported back to the main area. You are going to want to accept this because it will save you a little bit of time. We're going to go back to near the entrances, and there's going to be a room east of the entrance. May it please also be noted that there are plans that when you finish a puzzle, it removes all crystals and whatnot from your inventory. I don't know if that means at the very end of doing the entire library or after each puzzle. So if that happens, don't freak out. Don't worry, it's supposed to. The beginning one pointed south. Go to south 1 pillar, point it east. Go east 1 pillar, point it north. Go north 2 pillars, point it east. Go east 1 pillar and you want to point that north. Go north 1 pillar and point it east. Go east 1 pillar and point it south. Go south 3 pillars to where the black light is going into. Point that west. West 1 pillar, point it south. Go to that south pillar and point it east. Go east 2 pillars and point it north. Go north 1 pillar and point it east. Go east 1 pillar, point it north. And then go north 1 pillar and point it east. And now you want to touch the Seal of Ithel. Yes, please, I guess. So this bit to the north is a crystal dispenser. So yeah, I did bring too much food. Want to collect the crystal dispenser. There'll be 7 mirrors and a red crystal. Get everything. So I guess I didn't need to eat those 2 summer pies because it looks like the hand mirrors, they stack now. Congratulations, Jagex, on doing something right. So we're gonna go to the northwest corner. And we're going to want to follow this north. Keep following it north just before it hits the books. We want to use a mirror here and reflect it east. Then go east to the next pillar. Want to reflect the light down. You'll know it's down when around it is lit up. Now there's a platform to teleport. You want to teleport down. Now right here, the pillar to the north, you're going to want to use a mirror there. Make sure the light goes south. Follow it. You'll see it turns blue. You want to follow the blue. So you want to use a mirror on this first pillar here, making the light, make sure the light goes west. Follow it west. Use a mirror, make it go south. Follow it south. And on this pillar here, the first one you get to, use your red crystal. Now keep following the light south. Use a mirror on this next one. Make sure it goes east. Follow it east 1. Use a mirror on that pillar and face it south, and then you can touch the Seal of Kadarn. Yes, please. Choose to go to the center, and we're going to want to get everything out of the crystal dispenser again. There'll be now 10 mirrors and 4 crystals. Now, if you do an oops like I just did and just do take everything, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. You just need to right-click it again, collect, pull the lever, and collect everything from it. So, go to the northwest again. Now you want to follow this north once more. If I could stop lagging, that would be great. First one you get to, add a mirror. Make sure it goes west. Go to follow it west. Use a mirror on the next pillar, make it go north. Follow it north, and the next pillar you want to make the light go west. At this next one to the west, you want to use the fractured crystal on that. Follow the path to the west and use a mirror to make it go north. Follow the light north, and on your next pillar use the green crystal. So you want to follow that. You're just going to have to go around to do it. All the way to the northwest. And we want to make the light go down. Okay, the base is lit up. That means it's been redirected down. So we're going to use this teleport to go down. Now where the white light is going into to the northwest, we want to reflect that to the east, so use a mirror. Then use a mirror on this east one and reflect it up. Then use a teleport pad to go back up. And the pillar you wind up next to on the middle floor. Use your cyan crystal there. Now you want to teleport up. So you can right click to teleport up and down if there are multiple floors. Now use a crystal on there and make the light go south. And now we want to follow that light. You're going to want to use a crystal and make it go down. So you'll know it's down when pillar is like that, is lit up. Now we want to go down a floor. Now you want to go south to where that light should be. Rotate it south. Follow it south one, and then where the blue light shines to a seal, you want to touch that seal. Yes, please, take me back. Now we want to pull the lever again. Now we need to take everything. And go to the northwest again and follow that light beam north. So follow it north, and this first one here, you're going to use a fractured crystal. Follow it west. Use a mirror to shove it north. Then follow it north. Use a red crystal on that pillar. Follow it north, and on the next one, use a mirror to turn it east. Go east and reflect it north. Follow it north and reflect it west. Go south, then west. Then south until you can go west, and then west until you can go north, then north until you can go east, and then east, and you will see a red light going into a pile of books. Use a mirror to reflect it down. Then you want to go ahead and use that teleporter to get yourself down, which is just to the northwest of us. Teleport down. Go to the pillar to the southeast in this room, and you will see that our light is coming down. We want to reflect that south. Now we need to go back up via the teleport pad. So we need to go back to where we put the fractured crystal in, so we're going to go down that passage to the south of where this teleporter is. We're going to follow that all the way down until we hit the wall, then we're going to go east. To where we put the red crystal in, then you're going to go south and then east, and that'll be where the fractured crystal was put in. You want to follow that light north, use a mirror to reflect it east. Follow it, use a mirror on the next pillar to make sure the light is reflected to the bottom floor. Now let's go down. We want to go to that room to the west and go to the northwest corner of that. Now, if you notice that my inventory jumps around once or twice, please just ignore it. I did muck up a couple times, but through the power of editing, I tried to minimize that impact on you guys. Also, there's a few times that I did double back on myself, but please keep in mind that I did this on release date and things weren't exactly completely clear on that day. You want to reflect it east. And go east. Make it go south. Now head back to the pillar next to the teleporters. Now this mirror here, you want to reflect the light south. Now where it turns blue, you want to keep going. It's going to go into the room of Kadarn. Where the light's going into, reflect that west with a mirror. Follow the light, and with a mirror, reflect that south. Follow it to the next one, and rotate that west with a mirror. Follow it to the western pillar, and reflect that north. Follow the light north, and put a green crystal into the next pillar. Now you want to follow that light across the gap by clicking around. You're going to end up going south through that room to the east, north, and then west through the room. You're going to have to go around a few bookshelves to get to it. Now the southwest part of this room. This, you want to place a yellow crystal here. Then you want to follow that north and point that to the east. And now you can touch the Seal of Amelot. Yes, please. So you want to pull the lever. And then take everything. I officially hate this place at this point. Go to the northwest pillar again. From this four-way junction, go north 2 pillars. Use a mirror, reflect it east, and then follow it. Use a mirror to reflect this down again. Go down using the teleport platform. Now this pillar just to the north, pop a mirror in this and point the light south, then follow that south. Now you'll see that the light has turned blue. We want to keep going. Reflect the light west and then follow it. Make it go south. and then follow it. Make it go west, and then follow it and make it go north, and then follow it. Now you want to make it go west, now you want to return to those teleport platforms to go up a floor. Now you want to go west and then south to the four-way magenta junction. Then you're going to follow that all the way west into new teleporters, and you want to take one of those downstairs. So where the blue light's going into, you want to reflect that north. Follow it and use a mirror to make it go up. Go back up to the middle floor. Now, where the blue light's going into, pop a red crystal in there. Now use this platform to go up a floor. Now at this northern pillar that you see glowing magenta, want to pop that in so it goes north. Then you want to go down one floor. Now that magenta light on your screen, you want to follow it east back to the central platform to where the first seal that we touched was. It'll turn yellow. Keep going east one. Now where it splits into four ways, you want to follow that north. Pop a mirror in there and make it go up. Now we want to use the teleporters to go up. Teleporter will be just to the east. So go through this room all the way to the east. Take that platform up. You'll want to go north and then west to the third intersection. I know that may not exactly what I'm doing on the video if you're watching that, but trust me, follow those instructions, it'll be a lot easier. Now at the third intersection, if you followed what I said, the third intersection, the pillar to the south will be glowing yellow. If you followed what I did instead, it would be the pillar to the north. Either way, look for a glowing pillar, pop a mirror in it, and make it go north. And then follow it. Make the light go west. Now go back to that teleporter to get us back to the middle floor. Now I want to head to the northwest part where the Seal of Chris was. So I'm going to go west out of the room to the first intersection. Then I'm going to go south one. And then I'm going to go west until I hit the four-way magenta. Then I'm gonna go north one, then west one, then north one, then west one. Then all the way north and across that room, and that'll be the teleporter you're gonna want to get to. Right click, go up floor. Now we're going to want to head southeast out of the room. Go south one. Okay, now this is where you're going to want to take a munch out of Summer Pie, because you can fail this part and try to climb across the books. And if you fail, just go back up. You know, all you have to do is go south and around to the north, and then you get back to the teleporter and rinse and repeat. Go south one. Place a mirror, make it go north. Follow it north and then make it go west. Cross again. Make it go south. Follow it south. And make it go west. Follow it west. Okay. Touch the seal mirror. Yes, please. Collect the crystal dispenser by pulling the lever. Yes. And take all the things. Okay, head southwest. So So you want to follow it west. And the next pillar, make it go south. Then follow it to the next pillar to make it go west. Then follow it to the next pillar. And you want to pop a mirror in there and make it go north across the gap. Go to the center chamber. Now in the central room, go to the northwest corner. This is where the magenta splits off into multiple directions. You want to go west 2, then south 1, then west 1, and you'll find a green beam. So make the beam go down. So this teleporter here, so just east and then north, we're going to want to take it down. Now just west and then south, we see that here we have the green beam. Make it go east. And then follow it and make it go up. And now we can travel back up the floor. All the way to the top though. And you'll see that this is lit green. Pop a mirror, make it go north, then follow it. Pop a mirror in here. Okay, once you reflect this west, you want to head back to the center room where the four-way splitter is of the magenta. So go down the teleporter. So go just a touch north and then east until you hit that four-way. In the northwest corner of the central room. You want to go north, and in this pillar you want to pop in the cyan crystal. Go north and make the first pillar go east. Follow it east and make the beam go down. There, base all lit up. Use a teleporter to go down. And where the blue light goes in, make it go south. Go south to the second pillar. And where it's going in this big room, gonna make it go west. Follow it and then make it go south. Follow it to the next pillar and make that go west. Follow that and make it go north. Follow that You're going to want to make this go west. Now we're going to go back to the central room on the middle floor to where the magenta splits into 4. We're going to want to head west all the way. And then of these 2 teleporters, and we're going to go down to the bottom floor. Now, right where this blue beam is, we're going to want to make that go north. Then follow it and make it go west at the next pillar. Go to the next pillar and make the beam go up. Now we're going to take the teleporter to the top floor. Go north 1, then west 1, pop a mirror in it, and make it go south. Then once you make that go south, you want to follow it south. And you'll come to Heffenseal. So touchy touchy. Yes, please. Pull all the levers and collect all the things. So to the east where you see this yellow light, we're going to want to follow that. And right where it splits off, we're going to want to make sure to follow this east. At the next pillar, pop a mirror, reflect it north. Follow that and reflect it east. Follow that and reflect it up. Now you're going to want to go east. Now use this teleport platform to go all the way up. So go around the balcony until you get to the pillar the exact opposite of the teleporter. It's glowing yellow at the base. We're going to make that go east. Follow that and make it go north. Now follow that and make it go west. Now follow that, and at the next pillar, make it go south. Now we see it's going in front of the Seal of Traern. Now we want to go back to the central chamber. And we're going to want to go on the west side of that central room where the white light is. So go to the southwest corner where there's 3 light beams going to that one pillar, and then go west 1 more pillar. Make it go south. Follow it and make it go west. Then follow it. Make it go north across the gap. Now go back, and we need to follow the magenta light west. That will be from the 4-way to the northwest corner of the central chamber. Then you want to head south, and then west we'll find the green beam. Reflect it down. Then use a teleporter nearby to go down a level. Then you want to go southwest where the green pillar is. Make it go east. Follow that and make it go up. And then take the teleporter up to the top floor. So, just south where it's glowing, you want to make it go north. And then follow that and make it go east. So take the teleporter down 1, go back to the central room, and you want to head on over to the southeast room of Ithel. This is the very first room we went into. And there are teleporters here. You want to use them to get to the very top floor. You want to go south, all the way west, north, and then west across some more book handhold things. Gonna munch me a pie, and we're gonna try and cross these books. They're along the southern wall. Thankfully, if you fail, you don't have very far to run and try it again. Go west and then north, and we're gonna find our green light. Pop a mirror in it, make it go south. Then follow that and make it go east at the next pillar. Now you want to follow the light, cross the floating books again. Cross the handholds. Make the light go south. Then you follow it and make it go east. Follow that to make it go north. Then follow that to make it go west. And then follow that and make it go north. Then go back to the central room on the middle floor. Once you get out of the room, take the first north. Now you want to use the teleporter to the east. Go to the southwest corner. Go west until you get to the pillar with the green lights. Pop the blue crystal into it. And there you go. Head north and we can interact with the seal of Triarn. Yes, please. Okay, guys. Last light puzzle here. Then this place can go to where the other light puzzles go and die a horrible slow death. Pull the lever and take all the things. Okay, we can do this. Bloody long guide, I tell you guys. Go northeast to where you see the pillar splitting the yellow into 4 beams, and you want to go one further east. reflect it north. Follow it and reflect it east. Then follow the light east to the next pillar. Pop red crystal into it. Follow the red light and reflect it north. Follow it north and reflect it west. Follow it west and reflect it north. Follow it north. Reflect this one east. Follow it and reflect it north. Follow that and reflect it up. Now we're going to go back to those teleport pads and go up. You want to take the eastern one. Now you need to go all the way north and then east and then south to where our pillar has a red base. We're going to make that light go north. Then follow that and make it go west. Follow that and make it go south. Follow that and make it go down. Now we're going to go back downstairs. You want to go west to where the yellow beam goes into the pillar. Then you want to go to the second pillar south. Use the cyan crystal. Go one north. And use the blue crystal with the next one. Go one north and reflect the light west. Follow that and reflect it downwards. So the west one takes you up and the east one takes you down, so go down. Now you want to go north 2 platforms, then you want to go west and then south and you'll find the pillar that is glowing. We want to reflect that light north. Go to the north pillar, then use the fractured crystal on. Go north and make that light go east. Follow it east, then reflect this up. Now we're going to go back to where we popped in the fractured crystal. And this time we're going to follow that light east. Make the light go south. Then follow it, and at the next one, make it go east. Then follow it and use a yellow crystal here. Follow it and make that go north. Follow it and make it go west. Follow it and make it go north. Then follow that and make it go up. Now we're going to go back to the teleport platform and go up to the middle floor. So go south, then west, then south, then east, then south, then east, and then south to the teleporter. Now we're going to head to the north part of the room. Now to head to the north part of the room, you're going to have to go west. All the way west. All the way west, and then north. And right where you see the cyan coming up, gonna place our magenta crystal in there. Go just to the pillar to the east, and reflect that south. Now we're going to head back to the teleport platforms because we're going to want to go upstairs. The teleport pad directly south of the blue light should be fine. Now we're going to want to go to the north and find out where our blue light is coming out of. Okay, so all the way to the north. We're going to want to make that go south. Then we're going to want to follow that and make it go down. Now we're going to want to go back to the middle of the floor and finish this bloody place. And hopefully never come back here. Ever. I'll take MEP2 over it. So head west to the Seal of Ioworth. Get to Letya by either world hopping or using your teleport crystal. Speak to Arwen and see if we can't roundhouse kick him to the face for making us do that. Speak with Backstorian, choosing chat option 1 and 1. How do I find Lord Chris? How do I find Lady Heaven? Now we're gonna want to go get our axe, some combat stuff, including food, prayer potions, and some stamina potions. You'll be having to fight 2 different combat styles at once, so make sure to bring enough food. And I'm also bringing a couple of elf camp teleports. And a teleport crystal will get back to Letya. Okay, as I'm doing this on quest release, there's currently a bug that you can bug this out by speaking to Heaven first, even though she would be the closest. Unfortunately, because of the bug, I have to hit the other dude first. So I'm bringing mage gear for this first one. I'm just going to show a map real quickly of here. Feel free to use it as a reference. How to get to the elf camp if you lack the teleport scrolls. Remember that the Iorth camp is aggressive to you, so I'm going to give one of those scrolls a pop. You want to go south to the log balance, across the log balance, and then a bit to the southwest. So that northern cyan box that shows a stick trap, you want to go southwest there. It's next to the lake. And then just north of the lake is a tree we need to use our axe on. So when you go over this stick trap, just go west, and it's that dead tree next to the boulder to the north. Chop that down. Now we're going to head back to Letya, but we're going to head out of the city and all the way down to the south shore. Okay, now we have to have some fun with stepping stones. It's pretty straightforward. You just jump across them one by one, following a straight path. You cannot go diagonal, and eventually you'll reach heaven. Speak to the hermit. Return back to Letya. Speak to Paxtorian. So now we're going to head back to the not-so-friendly Iorth camp. And to the north is a cave. We're going to want to go in and pop off the guards. So what I did is I got the warrior trapped behind the archer, so I only need to worry about one attack style at a time. Then you pray missiles for the first part, and once the archer is dead, and you worry about the warrior, then you switch to melee. Okay, open the chest, and you have your Orb of Light. Okay, back to Letya. Speak with Backstorian. Okay, now I'm going to switch combat gear to go melee, as my melee is a little bit stronger than my range. And mage is ineffective for the next battle. Please be noted before you go and find them to speak with them. If you have any teleport crystals you need to charge, you may want to charge them. They are planning on patching the thing where the elf scouts are going to appear in Elune's area and they'll charge them. But if you're doing this near the first week or two, they may not have patched that and you're going to want to charge them now because Lecce is about to go to hell. Bringing, I know this kind of looks really weird, some of the best stuff that I kind of have. So I'm bringing some melee stuff, and I'm bringing some prayer potions, food, and stamina potions, as well as an antidote because we are going to be traversing through Isaftar trying to get to a place, as well as a teleport crystal and stamina potions. So we need to hunt down what's their face, so we want to speak to Elena, choosing chat option 2. She is Spy the Pond. That's fair. Anyway, I wanted to ask you about what's her face. Now we're gonna head out of Letya, and we get to start inspecting stuff and finding stuff. Start by inspecting the shrooms just outside of Letya, then inspect every inspectable lamp, rock, and mushroom you can. We're eventually going to be led to where the white berry spawn is. And just pay heed to the traps along the way, such as this tripwire coming up. And then this leaf trap. Be wary of the tripwires. And then speak to them choosing chat option 2. So what have you been discussing? Enter the house, here to the south, and search the table here. Then go upstairs, and the southern cooking pots, give them a search for the other brat. Now, if you happen to croak, there will be an elf dude you can buy your stuff at for 80k, so you don't have to worry about that. He will be situated just outside the entrance to let you. With the boss fight, you protect from range. Magic is highly inaccurate. If you see any purple arrows fly towards you, that turns off prayer, so turn them back on. And when you see an orange, you want to move out of the way because that will give big damage, even through your prayer. So orange move, purple, prayer back on, and everything else just tank and spank. See, like that. At the end, he will shoot an orange arrow at you that you cannot move out of the way for. Don't worry, you don't die, it just takes you to the next scene. After the cutscene, you will automatically talk to Baxtorian. Choose chat options 1 and 1 to find out how to find the next 2 people. What's Lady Ithel's clue? What's Lady Melier's clue? Now we're going to want to go to the bank and get a spade, a hammer, saw, and 8 limestone bricks. We're going to worry about the combat stuff afterwards. I'm also going to bring a teleport crystal, some stamina potions, and anti-poison just in case for some traps. I've switched back to my weight-reducing clothing. The clue scroll I was given by our good friend Baxtorian. And if you have access to the fairy rings to be able to go to Zalandra, feel free. However, you do need an agility level. Can use a fairy ring, bring a lunar staff or a dreaming staff to access it, and the code you want is BJS. You need 76 agility, however. I don't have that, so charter a ship to Port Tiris and then run south. Or cheap out and bring a teleport scroll to Zalandra. You're also going to want an elf camp teleport scroll. I forgot both of those. I'm dumb. So let's start off in the bank. So on the west wall here, we will see a symbol. We're going to want to touch that symbol. So we want to go to the building just north of Elena's Pond. It's the archery shop. And along the western wall, well, northwestern wall, we will see another symbol. We have a symbol right here to touch. Next, we're going to want to head to the general store. That would be the building just north of what kind of looks like a manhole with a little bit of water in it. It used to be a statue. And right here along the south wall, now we're going to want to head upstairs where the altar is. Because there is one right there along the west wall next to where the altar is. And the last one is upstairs of the general store. But we can just go north and then west. We can see it just here along the north hand wall. Downstairs. And in the middle, we're going to want to build a statue. Now we're going to want to go about here, and we're going to want to dig there. And if you want to bring your anti-poison. So when you go Letya, go west past the tripwires and then a little south past the leaf trap and then just keep going all the way southwest. Then by the blue mushrooms, you will see some dense forest. You will want to go through it. You just want to dig 2 spaces south of the tip of those northern mushrooms. Now this is where you need to go to Zelandra. You can either use the Zelandra Teleport Scroll, Fairy Ring BJS with 76 agility, charter a ship to Port Tiris, and then go south. I just gotta get to a bank real quick and get my Teleport Scroll. This inconspicuous hole, you want to go 2 squares to the north. And dig. Next we need to go to the south gates of Prif, seeing as I forgot my stupid scroll off to Edgeville again to go bank and get it. Just remember that everything in the elf camp still hates your guts. Now there is dense forest to the east of the camp, however I started freaking out about being attacked, so I took the long way around and went over the log balance, some forest stuff, and then over the bridge. Looks like I can't get through the old way, or at least they updated the tree so I can't find it. That's okay, can always go this way too. So you want to just stand in front of the gate to the right and dig right here. And the next one is to spin outside the western entry to Underground Pass with nothing on me. So you want to go southeast over the log balance. Then southeast through some dense forest. And then pretty easily just go all the way east to the cave entrance to Underground Pass. Take everything off and prepare to spin. Return to Letya, and okay, now we have to get ready for a prolonged battle. For this, Protect from Melee is highly recommended. You may have to swap to Protect from Range for a little bit for that boss fight afterwards. We have to defend the Dwarf Camp in the Underground Pass for 3 minutes. You don't need to kill everything, you just need to keep them from destroying the barricade. So I have switched back to Mage, as the rest of the fight can do particularly well against Mage. Especially the final fight, it's actually highly recommended to use Mage. So I'm bringing many prayer potions, stamina potion, super restore for the next fight after the protecting a camp for 3-minute fight you are going to need, as he does throw a potion at you and it drops your stats. So you're going to want a super restore potion, definitely, as well as some food. In hindsight, I would recommend good food and not the junky little monkfish that I brought. Although I am also bringing myself an RD teleport, because after gives me a chance to go back and replenish my supplies. Now we're going to have to go to the Underground Pass. Now, the reason I brought a teleport tablet and not my Letya crystal is because at the time that I did this, Elune became unavailable, and sometime after this, if you want to charge your crystals, you can go to one of Elune's spots. There'll be an elf scout there and you can recharge your crystals with them. Hopefully by the time this video comes out and you do this quest, they will have patched this. So I'm just gonna go bring myself one thing of antidote just in case that tripwire snags me. So we're gonna head on over to the underground pass via the Letya way because it's a lot less painful than the long way. If you're either that good or nuts enough to try all 3 fights back to back to back, then feel free to bring Super Restores and Cerebrews instead. Also bring a blowpipe or darts or knives to quickly deal with the healing crystals that the final boss summons. So west over the tripwire. Through the dense forest to the west. Jump the leaves to the north. And it's just happy sailing all the way to the east. Go to the east. Climb down the well. Get out of here. And make your way south to the camp where the dwarves are. Climb down the cave. Now we need to find Baxtorian. May it be quickly noted that during any of these 3 fights, should you die, an elf will appear just outside of that crevice that we just crawled down. You can buy all your stuff back off him for 80k. Should you leave any of the fights, you will not have to start over from the very beginning. You will just start off from the last fight that you left off on. So if you got partway through the second fight, you'll start off at the beginning of the second fight. If you got partway through the final fight, you'll start off at the beginning of the third fight. So we need to find Elena. Let's choose chat option 2. Baxtorian said you had an idea to help our defense. Now there's going to be holes all around the outside. I'm going to shove these in there. Go back and speak to Baxtorian, and prepare to defend. Just make sure to attack everything and get them on you, so that the barriers do not fall. So if you can, get all the meleeers in a line, and that way you only have to worry about sniping off the archers. Then you want to pray range against them. All you have to do is hit them and they'll get on you, and then you just make sure that they don't get on the barrier. If you see anything going towards the barrier, find out where it's coming from and make sure that they're on you right away. You do not have to worry about these soldiers that are fighting other things, just the ones that are trying to kill the barrier. Oh my god, so many archers. So protect from melee until when he does his stun damage, protect from missiles, then back to protecting from melee. And he likes to throw potions at you every once in a while to reduce your stats, so be wary of that and drink your super restores accordingly. I think I'm going to go prepare for that now. Then I'll just go back to the Temple of Light via the underground pass via Lecha. Then again, I'm under 100 combat, so of course she's going to be particularly unkind to me. You'll want to prioritize magic bonus for this fight, so Mystics, Infinity, Barrows, or Ancestral if you can afford that. A Toxic Blowpipe or Knives and Darts to get rid of her healing pillars quickly. Seer's Ring, Occult Necklace, if not whatever is your best. A Trident or some other form of staff that has a cast built into it for when you drink a brew and your stats go down. I ended up being able to borrow a friend's Sanguinity staff for the healing effect. Tome of Fire if using fire spells. If not, a Malediction Ward would be fine. If you can, try to use some of the Blood, Burst, or Barrage spells for their healing effect as well. Or you can also bring a Spirit Shield for your offhand. Mythical or Imbued God Cape if you can, or whatever is your best. Also, the Imbued Heart for its once every 5 to 7 minute magic boost will help you. You also want to bring a 3-to-1 ratio of Cerebrews to Super Restores. Please be noted, if you teleport away as you're dying, your stuff may become permanently lost as opposed to retrievable for 80k from the elf. Now I'm choosing to speed this up as I am literally doing a walk of shame back. For your weapon, make sure that anything you have is charged so that it has the charges in order to do the auto cast that is built into it, hopefully. Once you get into the fight, you want to immediately have Protect from range as well as Mystic Might or Augury. You want to make sure that DPS takes priority until you get to the pillar phase, in which case that's when you're going to want to start to eat, unless of course your health gets down that you need to earlier anyway. She goes through a cycle of attacks. One is she will bring you close to her. The moment she does that, run away, or else you're going to get hit by a spinning whirlwind attack. Then she's going to split herself up. You need to find the one of her that has the lighter aura. You'll notice that most all of them except for one are deep red. And then she'll bring up her healing pillars. You need to attack those down as quickly as possible to keep her from healing herself too much. And then pretty soon afterwards, she's going to do an attack where she pulls you in and then she depletes 98% of your HP level. Not your current HP, but your HP level. So after you dispatch of the healing pillars, you're going to want to heal yourself up above your HP level. And the only things that can do that are Bruise and Anglerfish. And then run away, and after that, it's just a rinse and repeat of everything. Good luck. Now this ended up taking me about 3 attempts to do, so partway through you'll notice that my client changes slightly, as well as I filter my spellbook a little bit better, as well as I switch from the Staff of Swamp or whatever that thing is I'm carrying to the Sanguinity staff that I borrowed from my friend. Also, I actually have the Brew to Restore ratio that I mentioned, as well as the Imbued Heart. But if you follow everything I said, you should be fine, especially if you're actually a decent combat level. I also ditched the knives because I can't do a blowpipe, and I'm not a PVMer, so quickly switching between attack styles, not really my thing yet. And here is the Rebel Scout if you need to buy back your stuff. Okay, before we enter, drink a dose of Sarah, drink a dose of Restore. Let's go. Okay, here's the ball to pull you in, so you want to move away as soon as she teleports you. And here she splits herself. You'll see one of them is red, one of them is pink. Just attack the pink one, and the other ones will dissipate. Now here are her pillars. The lower her health is, the more of these she puts out. You want to take them out. Just requires like one hit each. They die pretty quickly. And then she will bring you to her for the I want to really kill you thing. So make sure that you have healed up by this point. Just spam those brews if you haven't already. Then rinse and repeat. Suck it. Oh, I'll live with myself, alright, don't worry. So in the end, it took me borrowing an imbued heart to boost my magic level, as well as a sanguinacy staff in order to leech some health. Yeah, if you can do blood barrage or blood blitz for a little extra health, then so be it. I'd like to thank my friend very much for lending me this. And thank you very much. I have now completed Song of the Elves. I'm awarded 4 quest points, access to Prif, 20,000 XP in agility, construction, farming, herblore, hunter, mining, smithing, woodcutting. Done. Oh my god, if I'd never see another battle like that again, or another light puzzle, it will be too soon. I hope one day, though, we can bring Saren into this world properly. So now you have access to Prif and all the wonderful little things that it beholds. So yeah, you got the farming stuff, banking, smithing, mining. Have fun exploring. If you'd like, please leave me a thumbs up or down depending on whether or not you like this and or found this helpful. Feel free to leave a comment in the section below telling me what you liked most or how I can improve upon this guide to make it better for you. So as always, feel free to follow me to see what I'm up to on Patreon, Twitter, Facebook, the other streaming place, and the very rare time that I actually stream on it. And I will see you all for the next one. So enjoy your rewards. If you pass this, then you deserve the R&R. And I will see you for the next one. Ciao.